Oh dear, somebody got a little bit salty, and this time it wasn't me because before the end of this one, I had a message pop up on my screen and it said, "Thanks for nothing." Um, so to that guy, you're more than welcome, buddy, because I really enjoyed this game, and yeah, I don't really care about you. Now I know that might sound a little bit heartless and not exactly in the spirit of team play, but yeah, it wasn't really meant that way because what it was meant of, I was playing the game I needed to play to get us the win, and that's exactly what I did. Here we are on Lands of Fire. We have two DDs across here on A cap. There's a Yamato behind us as well. And yeah, I'm going to do the normal thing and I'm going to push across to the left side of A cap. I'm going to try and spot whatever is out there. And most of all, I'm going to play this cap before I start. I have a look at what we're up against. There's a Kleber, there's a Z46, we've got a couple of Yamatos. This could all turn into a torpedo gun and high point scoring festival of damnation. But straight away, we've got a Shimakaze there who, yes, dead in the water. Doesn't appear to have a camo on, but it may be an Azure Lane camo or something like that because I've got that stuff turned off. But look at our Yamato. Our Yamato is just running away. First thing he did, hard left and get the hell out of here. Now I can see from Twist and Track that my closest target is across the B cap. There is a destroyer out there. He's not contesting, he's kind of sat on the edge of it, and I'm going to be shouting out our Yamato to say, hey, but come back here, give me a hand. No, 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 he's in the big ship. He wants to disappear and do his own thing. Meanwhile, across on C cap, the team are hanging back, and it looks like they've completely given up on B cap, and everybody is just going to Lemming Train to C. So I'm feeling pretty alone at the moment. Like, there's not a lot of support here. There's not a lot of guns around me, but it does look like our Shimakaze has woken up and he is going to come in and try and get himself a cap assist now that I've stuck my butt out in the wind. And yeah, we're going to have a solo cap here. Thank you very much indeed. You're not having any points for that one. So I see a Yamato. I see that he's pushing around out of range. He's the closest target at 10.5. That's one of the things that I use Twist and Track or Perceptive for. I use it to tell me where the closest target is, because if that flips to the rear now, it means that there's something else closer than this guy behind me. And I'm thinking we can put out some early damage on these guys. There's two Yamatos. I think there was a Conqueror there as well. And I'm thinking, what do we do? What do we do? I think I dropped the trigger a little bit early on those torpedoes. But we're going to get them out there. He's still the closest. B cap has fallen. The rest of the team are all stacking through C cap, and it is the destroyer from B cap that is going to push into C. I don't know where the destroyer that started on C cap is. Or is it because we had two on A? I think it's because we had two on A that we didn't have somebody on C. Now, having taken this cap successfully, I'm now going to push across to B cap because it appears that that one is now uncontested. I'm not paying attention. Look, there's a ship in front of me. I'm turning the wrong way, but he gets me spotted. It's a Z46. I know, 5k sonar. The fact that he was picked up at 6k's tells me that he isn't running a stealthy build. So is he running tanky? Is he running gunboat? Is he running torpedo reload? Thankfully, we have forced him to put into his smoke screen. We are going to drop detection here and keep moving. He's going to get shots on us for as long as possible. But look, there's a Kleber behind us as well. So we've got 2 destroyers, 3 battleships this side of the map. We've got 5 of 9 red team. And although the destroyer that was on B has managed to take C cap, The rest of the team is still lemming trained across to that back end of the map. They've successfully taken care of a couple of the red team ships there, but that is not to say they are having any real effect on the game at this moment in time. So when you consider there's 5 ships here and there's 7 ships left in the game, it means that there are 2 ships against, what have we got, 5 across there? 2 ships against 5 that side, 2 ships against 5 this side. The Kleber is going on the Shima. I don't even necessarily want to shoot at this guy because I don't want to make myself the center of attention. You do not win games by dying early. The Shima made a mistake. He pushed out going for damage on the battleships, and even though I was the one that was bumped by the 2 destroyers, he is the one that is getting himself spotted. And I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm going to hang you out high and dry. While they have their attention on you, I am making my escape because we are behind on points. So I am going to push this capture point because they are in A cap. I want B. I'm sure that all those potatoes across there on C cap should be able to hold it from red team taking a push, and who knows, they might eventually even consider coming in this direction and giving us a little bit of a hand. Now it looks as though the Conqueror is heading away to the north of the map in an attempt to cut off the lemming train through sea. The Republic is running. I know that Republic can be nasty and have quite a fast reload on it. And I'm sailing and I'm kind of asking for help as I'm sailing along and telling them which ship to target. And as I look out to that battleship on my right, the Conqueror, I'm like, yeah, you're turning in. Okay, so let's stick a set of torps across this corner. I'm not expecting anything out of them because he's probably going to turn in tight to that island, and I probably should have hung on to a set there for a little bit later, but I've got a reasonable reload on my torpedoes here. So the Kleber takes care of our Shimakaze, who spent most of his time in this game running away. And do I feel a little bit sad that he died? Well, no, because it allowed me to put this game together. But it wasn't the Shimakaze that messaged me and said thanks for nothing, which you might find surprising. Now you'll notice that we have a destroyer there that's pushing out. He has been spotted, I think, by red team's destroyer, but the rest of them are really taking their time getting around that side. They could have come through the center, but now they're all going to like human caterpillar it all the way round to the top of that cap. What to do now? I know that there are 2 destroyers heading in this direction. I'm going to try and get some torpedoes on that Conqueror. As I said, he's tucked in quite tight on the side of the island, but I have got him spotted, which should mean that some people can get shots across the top at him. But ship spotted, what is it? Yamato. There he is. We're trying to just tick down these few seconds for torpedoes on this Conqueror. We're going to go single fire. There's something closer than the Conqueror. There we go. There is the destroyer on my left. 5.6. I know his range now. Another ship appears. There we go. It's the Z46. Now, given that I was picking him up at such a range, I said he's not running a stealthy build. He is doing something else. And I imagine that he is trying something like the blue Ferrara build with very fast reload on the torpedoes. He's probably fully built for torpedo reload, and we'll find out a little bit about that later on in this game. Now the lemming train is almost around the top corner of that side of the minimap, and they are going to quickly get the attention of these 2 Yamatos. So I am going to do those guys a favour. I'm going to try and distract these two Yamatos, get them to focus on me and not to focus on the rest of the team. So here we go. There is the first salvo. Obviously, there's only me can see those guys. So yeah, blue team can't get shots on. So what do? I pull out of the smoke. So I'm still playing for the team, and there we go. That Yamato has immediately put his attention on that smoke screen. He is thinking about running that down. I know that there's still a destroyer out there, and that we have a number of battleships out there that are potentially facing torpedoes. But guess what? There's an Alaska there too. They have a radar cruiser. So as far as I'm concerned, they have got the support that they need. They've got a radar cruiser there. He can take care of business. That Yamato is just running blindly towards my smoke screen. And I think a lot of these Yamato players at the moment, these people who are trying to tick off this, get so many kills or so many wins in Japanese battleships. And to be honest, it's like it's like throwing in electric fire into a carp pond at times, because so many of them just really don't appear to know how to play. He's just seen his mate get deleted by torpedoes. He is also focusing on where my smoke screen was. The saving grace for him here is I think he's going to hit the brakes, or my aim was slightly off because I miss him. But yeah, his attention is still on me. That is giving the rest of blue team the opportunity to push back to B to take care of business across there. Now look at that, there's a Conqueror heading this way too. So red team are actually running from B back towards A. This Yamato is wanting a piece of my hide, but we're not going to let him have it. We're going to keep these guys distracted. I can see he's turning his guns to point again in the direction of the blue team guys there at the 5 o'clock position on the minimap. So I'm going to put more torpedoes towards this guy. We need to stop his guns from putting all that firepower back across the map. Now, if you look at my position on the map, I am a long way away. And you're probably thinking, TONIK, what you should be doing is pushing back for the cap. Yes, I should. I could also possibly go on this Conqueror. And I hesitate. And this hesitation really bit me in the butt a little bit later. Because I should have killed him. It would have been a snipey cheap one, but I should have killed him. There we go. We are onto that Yamato. He is going full speed away from us. He takes an absolute clattering, but we land a fire on him. We're just going to stay on the guns, keep piling on the pressure, and eventually that man is going to die. There we go. Cheap kill. Not all the damage that we were potentially expecting from the torpedoes, but look at this. Here are torpedoes, and I'm going to take one. You'll notice how little hit points I lost there, which tells me that this guy in the Z46 is using Blue Ferrora. He's using mosquito bites, which is a huge reduction in his torpedo damage, and I've barely managed to survive that one. And I'm looking around me because there's still another battleship here, and look off to my right, it's the Republique. He's right there. I've put myself in a jam sandwich, and I'm the jam. So we're going to get these torpedoes off to our right flank, and yeah, we're going to finish this one. We are going to finish this one in absolute style. But not before we make a complete fool of ourselves. We are going to charge. The sonar is running. We know that Z46 is in the smoke. We're not picked up even though we're within 5 kilometers of him, which tells me he doesn't have sonar. I'm like, oh, well, I'm either dead or I'm going to sort of kill you. So here we go. I know you probably can't kill me with a torpedo. There we go. Flood's healed. Just Destroyer is dead. The battleship is dead. We finish with a high caliber and a double strike. That was a little bit of perfection. Not for the entire game. You don't need 2 torpedoes and call it perfection. But we finish at 163,500 damage with 4 kills. Told you I should have taken a cheap shot at that Conqueror. But there we go, 3,420 base XP. The guy who said thanks for nothing is the one that's there in the GK. I won't say his name. You can read it for yourself. So you're welcome, buddy. You're absolutely welcome. I really do hope you've enjoyed watching me make a little bit of a fool of myself and sail into some torpedoes, but I played that one my way and I think I did a bloody good job of it and certainly sealed the victory in style. Stick around, smash the like button, leave me a comment. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, help me on the way to 800. Until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.